So that's a really, really good question. And I think right now, actually, one of the understudied areas in the sociology of disaster is really related to exactly that topic and related to how are children and youth using social media in all kinds of hazards and disaster contexts. And so how are they using social media when they're preparing for or thinking about risks? How are they using it when a disaster is actually unfolding? And so that's actually an area that is a really important area for study and further investigation. So I think you're really onto something important there. So thank you so much.
And I think it's normal for kids to feel anxious when talking about these situations, but I think it's important to lay some ground rules in terms of, making sure we're reassuring that there are people working to keep them safe, making sure that they know what their resources are, as opposed to not letting them know what their resources are is better in this instance. I think, again, the risk is out there. The risk is out there no matter what we do. It's what we can change is how we prepare for it. And I think, it's really about opening the dialogue. It's about listening to what the children and youth, what their fears are and what their perceptions are and talking that through. Creating a safe atmosphere where it's safe to hear what they think is important, as well as give practical guidance about what can be done. And I will say, one way that we do this, particularly for young children, to take the pressure off and make it a little less scary, is we'll often read storybooks. So we'll use the characters in the story to talk about what happened. How did the character feel about this? What are the preparedness actions that they took, or what is the safety actions they took? So it's not about the own experience of the person who is receiving the education. They're able to learn through the character themselves. At Save the Children, first of all, we always welcome you to learn more about what we do. Go to savethechildren.org to find out more. I'll say that one thing that you can do as a teenager is we actually train teenagers to run our Prep Rally program for younger kids. That's one of the best ways that we mobilize youth to do direct programming with other children in their community, and we can use it to get volunteers hours out of it. And then, of course, I can always say you can always host a fundraiser to support children in the US or 120 countries around the world where we offer health program, education program, and disaster assistance. So thank you. Well, I will say that again, it's really important first that we listen to what the needs of the children are, to know what they need and what kind of assistance they need. As a community, we need to be prepared to offer referrals to those around us. So knowing where the mental health experts are, where we can get additional support. Knowing where there's a pediatric or even hospital support that can help kids. I think it's hard to put every situation in a box and say, this is exactly what you should do as well. It's something that we have to work on. I don't think it's something that we're excellent at. But listening to kids, reassuring kids is what we always kind of fall back on. Making sure that they know that even if this bad thing happened, we're still here, we're creating a safe community for you, and we're going to be working to keep you safe and working to get you the supports that you need to get through it. Because kids are naturally resilient, but they need us around them to continue to provide that support. Thank you.